when you realize and start singing, I don't know if it was something difficult for you to find your own identity as an artist, because
Yeah.
there was art and artists all around you, and finding your own voice, like this is me. I don't know if it happened in the past, or maybe it's just happening now.
Lorena, that's a great question, because I struggled with it. For the longest time, I would tell myself, look, first of all, I'm a Jackson. So when I do music, there's things that may sound like family members, or there's things that may be, like a family member, not only because I'm a Jackson, but because they were my favorite artists too. So it's very hard to separate in your mind when you're creating. You cannot do this because it's very Michael, or it's very, something your father would do. So you can't do that. I used to think that way. I used to think I have to find my own way to do things, and I can't do anything that reminds people of what my family has done. But then I thought, and I, maybe because of age, maybe because of maturity, but I thought, if other artists can do it, why can't I? If The Weeknd and Chris Brown and Rihanna and Beyonce, or
You
Justin
know,
Timberlake, if they can be influenced by Michael Jackson and Janet Jackson and my family, and they could take things and mimic things that my uncle Michael would do, why can they do it but I can't, when it's what feels natural to me as part of this in this family? So about 4 years ago, I realized I just need to be me. Whatever that is, I just need to be, and let it fall. If people want to say he sounds too much like this, or he's trying to be that, let it happen. And I've come to terms with that, and I've really accepted that. And I'm very happy I've been able to handle that the way I've been, because it has been a struggle.
everybody in the world knows who Michael Jackson is
Hmm.
still,
Hmm.
but just a few people had the chance to meet the human being, not just the artist, and you are one of those lucky people.
Mm.
So how would you describe him as a person?
Magical, the greatest, the most loving, giving, intelligent, creative, um, person I've ever met and will ever meet. Um, he was just a beautiful soul who was so far ahead of everything. He seemed to know the way the world was going. He knew what would be popular, what was cool. He knew what would make an impact. He knew what words to say and when to say them. And he knew, to be there for people, and the importance of being a human. And he knew the importance for him to deliver positive messages in life. And again, I wouldn't be anywhere close to the same person without him. He was such an important part throughout my life, but especially when my mother was murdered. I was just 16 years old, and my uncle Michael, he helped pick me up, and he helped me refine my purpose and love for life. And even though he was the biggest, most popular person in the world at that time, he was still checking in on his nephews and making sure we were okay. And that just that's something that people don't know, but that should tell you what kind of human he was. He cared about people and their well-being, and that's something that I will always marvel at, how he could do it that so well, but also be such a great artist.